Hello, my friends. Hello, and happy Monday. I hope you guys are doing great. Katie Rubin here, your friendly, look at that hair. Just look at it. Just stare directly at that. Your friendly neighborhood, modern mystic, energy healer, divine light channel. How the hell are you? It's always weird saying my little title that I say there. I say it because, like, if people are new and they're seeing the video and they don't know what the hell they're seeing, it's nice for them to know the thing they're seeing. But I'm so much more than those words. I'm so many more things that it always feels a little limiting to say, like, here's the one thing I'm doing. And I say that because you want to think about for yourself. I mean, you don't have to think about anything. You think what you want. But one thing one could consider is sometimes you're doing one thing and owning yourself as that thing, but you might be many more things than that thing. And that's okay. And for me, it's like it feels good in my body to own that I am all the things I am. And while I'm doing this one thing, it's maybe less relevant to you that I do all the things. You know what I mean? I was recently on someone's podcast, on my dear friend Corey Michelle's podcast, in fact. I'll be posting, I think today actually, about where you can go to hear that conversation. But we talked about being a multifaceted person, a multi-talented person, a multi-interested person, a person who does many things. Oftentimes creative people are multifaceted, multi-talented, multi-directional people. And there is this push in this world to say, yeah, but what's the one thing you are? How do you market yourself? What does your business card say? And that's because human beings have a hard time internalizing the idea that a person could be more than one thing. It's hard for the human brain to really internalize that. But those of us functioning beyond the mind, those of us functioning from who we are in the realm of being and in the realm of consciousness, we understand we don't have to internalize it. We don't have to understand it. We don't have to mentalize it. You see, the mind is a separating machine. The mind creates distinctions. It goes like, this is not that, and this goes in this category, and this happens at this time, and therefore that means this. But the being is multidimensional. The being is like, now this is occurring, now that's occurring, now this is occurring. There are no limitations in the realm of the vast field of spiritual conscious awareness. Where there are limitations, however, is right here in 3D reality. For example, your nervous system can only handle so many things in a day. There's only so many hours in a day. Your body only likes certain foods and not other foods at a certain times and not other times. You need certain people to help you with certain things and certain people not. You need certain people to, bring this into your world, and certain people can't do that. So there are limitations in the 3D realm where we live. But if you function from beyond the limitations of the 3D realm, you can bring possibilities into the 3D realm that don't already exist here because you can perceive them. But in order to do so, we have to be willing to operate within the 3D realm. So I get to be, here's another way to frame what I'm saying there, is I get to be me, for example. We'll take me as an example because I'm standing here and you're listening to me. I get to be a multifaceted, I do all the things lady who has theater projects and weird art things I'm doing and travel and friends all over the country and healing business and teaching and corporate training. I'm all over the fucking place. I get to be all of that. And if I'm making a video that's a 3-card spread, I'm going to tell you, hey, I'm channeling right now. I'm an Akashic Records reader. So the point is, for the people watching this, you might benefit from hearing that that's what I am and what I do, because you're listening to this and that's what you're looking for in this moment. But because today's topic that's coming to me is this topic of we're not just the one thing we tell people we are. Unless you are. If your design is quite simple and you're like, I'm a this and that's all, I go, more power to you. And I oftentimes wish I were just a this instead of all of this. But I'm not. So I'm all of these things, but right now I'm saying I'm this thing because I'm interested in bringing the all that I do into 3D form where there are many limitations. So anyway, it's something to think about. Here's the question to frame it simply. How can you take the all of what you are and funnel it into 3D form? How do you bring the vast field of what potential creative projects you'd like to create into form? Well, you kind of have to think step by step, one thing at a time. What do people need to hear? What words can I say to help them understand what I'm bringing through in this one thing I'm doing right now? And then you can expand beyond it and look at, okay, I'm also going to do these 90 things. Okay. Then you have to birth that into 3D form. Think of birthing a baby. So a baby, a human person, is a consciousness. It's like this. It's space. It's consciousness. It's just a possibility. You and your partner get together and you're like, let's make a person. That's an idea. That's a space. That's a consciousness. That's a notion. Then you have to pull that notion into your bodies and have hot sex in your bedroom. And then 9 months of pressure have to happen and cooking in the pressure cooker of your belly. And then, ow, a lot of pain happens. And it's fucking painful. Women scream and cry and bleed during birth. Then you push a form out of your body and then you have a 3-dimensional form. That is the creative process. That's the creative process. So anything you're taking from the conceptual realm into the 3D realm is going to go through a squishing down birth process, which is why so many people never do what they want to do and never live into their potential, is because they think it should all feel like rainbows and puppies, and it should all feel as expansive as it does in the initial stages of birthing it. It does not always feel expansive and fun. And that doesn't mean you're on the wrong track. Just because something is difficult to birth doesn't mean it shouldn't come into form. If we said to every human woman, your birth shouldn't be painful of your baby. When you birth that baby, it should just blow right out of you. No big deal. There would be no people on earth. So think of that the next time you go to create a creative project, or you're going to apply for a job, or you're trying to start a relationship or build a business or walk your dog, anything. Am I resisting this because I believe that it's supposed to all flow and be ease every millisecond? Am I unwilling to feel the discomfort of birth pain? The discomfort of birth pain is a necessary part of every creative project. Now, let's look at your 3-card spread for the week. I don't know what, if anything, that has to do with your 3-card spread, but let's find out. So I opened the Akashic records of this group of people who will see this video and benefit from it. Here's what I got for you. In the recent past, we have the details card. I'm trying to get the light to not be annoying, but I'm failing. Details. Present moment. The compass. Interesting. Outcome card. Don't panic. Sad embrace. It's going to be okay. Take a breath. All right. Details. Let's hear. So something in the recent past has had to do with this for you. The most powerful patterns are created within the tiniest details. Pay attention. Boy, do I need this lesson all the time in my life. This is the time to be aware of the fine print in all areas of your life. Look at the details and leave the broad strokes for another time. When this card appears in a reading, it's assigned to finesse a project, make small but meaningful gestures, or add a personal touch to your correspondence. Be aware that what you need to know lies in the details. If you're entering into an agreement of any kind, pay attention to them before, not after, when it's too late. Clarity and transparency are key. You can gain great understanding by observing the minute body language, offhand remarks, and fleeting facial expressions that reveal the larger picture. Something in the details in your recent past. Details. I love, oh God, I could talk about that all day long. I'll just reiterate it this way. If you're entering into an agreement of any kind, pay attention to them before, not after, the details. When it's too late, clarity and transparency are key. You can gain great understanding by observing the minute body language, offhand remarks, and fleeting facial expressions that reveal the larger picture. This is assigned to finesse a project, make small but meaningful gestures, or add a personal touch to your correspondence. For me, what always happens with the details card is I'm about to do a thing and I'm excited about it, but I'm not actually paying attention to all the minutia that makes the thing up. So this is a good time to look into the minutia in the recent past, which brings us to the present moment, the compass card. Let's see what the heck That has to do with what's happening for you. As long as you orient your compass to true north, the direction of your higher power, you will never be lost. You're entering uncharted territories right now and can expect wonderful new experiences. To stay on the highest path of your destiny, you'll need to keep your compass pointed to true north. Only spirit or a higher power can serve this function. Money, property, prestige, romance, and other material achievements can't help you find your true path. They are simply things you may experience along the journey. Know that spirit is working in your life, so even if you feel temporarily lost, it will be easy to find your way. Have faith and trust, for your compass with spirit as true north will ensure that you'll never be lost, even on a starless night, excuse me, when all seems dark. So I love this card so much. Look, in the 12-step recovery rooms, we say money, property, and prestige are never the thing that's going to bring you the fulfillment you think it is. If your pursuit is money, property, and prestige, you might consider looking at what is the work I'm doing to pursue money, property, and prestige? Why am I in pursuit of money, property, and prestige? What do I think money, property, and prestige will bring into my heart? And is it true that money, property, and prestige can bring that? Let's be clear. Money, property, and prestige can bring certain things. They bring like the ability to buy stuff, having a nicer place to live, clothes that you like to wear. Your dog gets to go to this dog spa. Property, comfortable surroundings, prestige, people clap for you and they think you're great. None of that changes the inside landscape of who you are. Do you feel self-esteem? Do you love yourself? Are you okay with who you are? Are you in integrity with yourself? Have you made choices that are bringing you esteem or taking you away from esteem? Are you making choices that create harmony in your reality or discord? The choices we make and the reasons we make them are what create an inner landscape that is wholesome, whole, satisfying, success-inducing, that make us feel good about ourselves. Why you're making your choices and where you're coming from when you make them have everything to do with your sense of self-esteem. Everything to do with it. So don't be deluded into thinking when you get money, property, and prestige, that's going to fix the insides of you. It's nice stuff to have. I pursue it. It creates beautiful stuff on the outside so that your life is more comfortable and more nice to be in. But it will not solve the inside job of your reality. All right, the outcome is the sad embrace card. Don't panic. Loss is a part of life. Let go and allow time to heal you. You may be entering into a period where loss is a theme. Perhaps you're having to let go of a long-cherished dream. If so, take heart, for this ending may have been for your highest good. A better and more powerful dream will be realized in your life if you can accept the loss. Relationships based on faulty foundations are meant to end at this time. Disappointment is a form of perception. If your expectations weren't met, a sense of loss arises, along with sadness and grief. Express these emotions. Tears are like healing rain that can restore life to a parched inner landscape. Growth is always assured. Whatever the loss, however great it is, let go and experience your feelings so that you may soon see what beauty lies ahead. That's a hard card to see in a 3-card spread, I know. But I love how she frames it, the lovely Colette Baron-Reid of this deck. She's talking about something that is just so inherent and central to my reality, which is so much of the suffering we experience in the human form comes from resisting tears, resisting loss, resisting grief. I don't want to feel sad. There's something wrong if I'm sad. Look at what I did that made me sad. I'm such a fuck up and therefore I'm sad. I'm sad and therefore I'm such a fuck up. What if you could just greet each grief-inducing lesson with willingness? Okay, I'm gonna be sad. And then we're sad, sad, ow, sad. We embrace ourselves, we nurture ourselves, we love ourselves, and then something better is born on the other side. That is the shape and the framework of all healing as I'm aware of it, as a person who's been working as a healer for 20 years. So I hope that's useful to you. Let's see, what offerings do I have for you? So I've got this special running for the month of December. My packages, you buy 3 sessions, which can be an Akashic Records reading, an energy healing, or we look at your human design chart together, or a little combo of all 3 of those things. 3 of those sessions is usually $750, and right now it's $550 for the month of December, but you got to book it by the end of this week for it to be relevant during this month. A 5-pack is usually $1250, and they're either $900 or $950 right now. So hop on those. Those are great discounts. You can do a single one-off session, usually $250. Those are $189 during the holiday season here. And let's see, writing class will begin again in a couple weeks. My stand-up comedy writing class, if you're curious about that, we're going to be doing a stand-up comedy writing class at First Coast Comedy. So check out firstcoastcomedy.com. That starts January 22nd. You're going to want to register for that sooner than later because that class is looking pretty big and we're going to have to cap it at a certain number. So hop on to that. My online writing class for non-stand-up comedians, every other kind of writer, that's starting again in 2 weeks, I believe. So hit me up about that if you're curious. And healing classes are in the middle of happening. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh, my next OMA Pittsburgh class, which is my affordable energy healing class, that starts the 1st or 2nd week of January. So check out omapittsburgh.org to find out about that. And that's it, my friends. I hope you're doing great. Have a great